Have you ever found yourself wondering, why does my home feel so heavy with hardship? Why is it that no matter how hard you work, how many prayers you offer, or how many efforts you make, true wealth and comfort still seem to slip through your fingers? The answer may not lie in your job, your luck, or even your plans, but rather in something far more subtle. According to teachings attributed to the revered Sufi saint and spiritual master, Baba Farid Ganjshakar, the secret could be hiding in plain sight, within the very animals that exist around your home. Yes, you heard that correctly. There are 4 animals whose mere presence in or around your home is said to attract wealth, sustenance, peace, and divine blessings. These are not just ordinary creatures. They are symbols of barakah, blessing, carriers of risk, sustenance, and magnets for spiritual prosperity. Their presence opens up the unseen doors of mercy, and their energy aligns your space with abundance. But on the flip side, there is one animal, just one, that has been described as a source of immense misfortune. This creature, if found living in or frequenting your home, can quietly drain away your barakah, bring about persistent hardships, and become a cause for continuous financial losses, family stress, and emotional burdens. In today's powerful and deeply enlightening video, we will uncover the identities of these 4 blessed creatures, how they serve as a source of divine benefit, and reveal the one bird that, if associated with your home in any way, might be silently attracting poverty, loss, and troubles into your life. So if you're someone who has been struggling with unexplained financial difficulties, recurring business setbacks, sudden household arguments, or long-standing unemployment in your family, or if you simply want to ensure that your home becomes a beacon of peace, abundance, and divine mercy, then make sure to stay with us until the very end, because what you're about to learn is not just spiritual insight, it might just be the missing key to transforming your life completely. Get ready to discover a hidden layer of spiritual wisdom that most people overlook, yet its impact echoes in every corner of your home. Let's begin. Let us begin this journey of divine discovery with the first of the 4 blessed creatures, the sparrow, a bird so small and modest in appearance, yet so powerful in the unseen spiritual realm. This tiny bird, often overlooked in our fast-paced lives, carries with it the signs of rising prosperity, emotional well-being, and a home touched by divine favor. Its presence is not merely a coincidence of nature. It is a message, a symbol, and a means of mercy from Allah. For centuries, spiritual elders, mystics, and scholars of the inward sciences have regarded the sparrow as a harbinger of wealth and tranquility. According to traditions attributed to Hazrat Baba Farid Ganjshakar, one of the most esteemed saints of the Indian subcontinent, the sparrow is a guest of barakah. It is said that when the sparrow chooses to reside near you, builds its nest in your home, or lays its eggs within your walls, the flow of sustenance and divine blessings increases in that space. It brings with it a type of spiritual breeze that uplifts the energy of the home, removes heaviness from the hearts of its dwellers, and attracts unseen blessings. Have you ever noticed that places where sparrows once flourished, old towns, peaceful courtyards, and family homes, often carried a distinct lightness, a sense of comfort and emotional safety? And now, as cities grow noisier and sparrows disappear from our skies, there seems to be a rising wave of anxiety, financial stress, broken homes, and emotional restlessness. This isn't just a shift in urban planning. It could very well be a reflection of spiritual imbalance. 15 or 20 years ago, sparrows were part of our daily lives. Their delicate, cheerful chirping would greet us at dawn, reminding us that a new day had begun. They nested in corners of our homes, under rooftops, or between wooden panels. Families would leave out grains for them, and children would grow up watching their playful flights. But today, these birds are becoming rare, silenced by pollution, metal structures, and indifference. And as they vanish, many families begin to experience a strange heaviness, from arguments and illnesses to unexpected financial losses. Could this be a spiritual sign? Baba Farid, Rahmah, believed so. He advised that if a sparrow builds its nest within your home and lays eggs, never disturb it. Never destroy the nest or act harshly toward this guest of barakah. Doing so could unknowingly invite hardship into your household. The spiritual wisdom teaches us that removing a sparrow's nest without cause or prematurely can close doors of mercy, leading to misfortunes that no amount of worldly effort may reverse. If a nest is truly abandoned, Wait at least 6 months before touching it. Let nature take its course with patience and respect. Instead of removing birds, invite them with intention and kindness. You don't need wealth to do this, just a heart open to giving. Keep a small earthen bowl or clay dish of clean water on your rooftop or windowsill. During scorching summers, this simple act can save countless birds from death due to thirst. Alongside water, if you are able, place a handful of grains like millet or rice. Even doing this once or twice a week can transform the energy around your home. These actions may seem small, but their spiritual impact is profound. Through them, Allah may shower your home with tranquility, grant ease in your risk, restore peace in broken relationships, and bring emotional healing to distressed hearts. You may begin to notice a newfound calmness, frequent unexpected blessings, or a removal of long-standing obstacles. The sparrow, in all its simplicity, is a divine visitor. Its wings carry whispers of mercy, and its presence invites the angels to your doorstep. So the next time you hear the gentle song of a sparrow, remember, it may be more than just a bird. It may be a sign from the heavens that barakah is near. Inshallah, with sincerity in our hearts and compassion in our actions, may our homes once again become places where the sparrows return, bringing with them the peace, prosperity, and divine favor that our souls so desperately seek. Now let us move on to the second sacred creature, the pigeon. A bird beloved not only by humans but also honored in the realm of the unseen. While it may appear ordinary to the casual eye, this bird holds tremendous spiritual value. From ancient times to the present day, the pigeon has been associated with purity, peace, divine connection, and the quiet presence of spiritual light. According to the deeply revered Sufi saint Baba Farid Ganjshakar, Allah, عليه, the pigeon is a bird that never forgets its Lord. It is constantly engaged in dhikr, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even at night while the world sleeps, this gentle creature silently praises its creator. It is said that the moment the pigeon opens its eyes, it begins its silent worship, whispering tasbih with every breath, flapping its wings in rhythm with sacred remembrance. Unlike many creatures that awaken to eat, hunt, or seek shelter, the pigeon's first instinct is to remember Allah. This is why pigeons are frequently found near mosques, shrines, and holy lands. If you've ever been to Mecca or Medina, you may have noticed the flocks of pigeons surrounding the Haramain, calmly walking among the crowds untouched and unafraid. This is not by accident, it is by divine wisdom. These birds are seen as guests of Allah, and their presence in holy sites is not just a coincidence of geography, but a symbol of spiritual purity. When a pigeon chooses to visit your home or builds a nest within its walls, know with certainty that it is a good sign, a sign that your house is being watched over by unseen forces of mercy. Such a home becomes filled with barakah, spiritual protection, and the blessings of increased risk. It is as if the pigeon, through its worship, calls upon the mercy of Allah on behalf of your family. Yet unfortunately, many people are unaware of this and fall prey to false superstitions and cultural myths. In some traditions, people wrongly associate pigeons with bad omens, believing they bring death, loneliness, or sorrow. But such ideas have no basis in Islamic spirituality. In fact, these misconceptions only serve to disconnect people from the spiritual messages that nature is trying to send them. The truth is simple and beautiful. Pigeons bring blessings, not misfortune. But like all of Allah's creation, they must be treated with kindness, compassion, and care. Baba Farid, Allah, عليه, warned that mistreating a pigeon, whether by harming it, frightening it, or destroying its nest, can result in loss of barakah. The sadness of a creature so devoted to Allah may cause the flow of blessings in your life to weaken. On the other hand, if you treat it with love, provide it a peaceful space, leave out a few grains, or simply keep a bowl of fresh water for it under the open sky, you will be amazed at how Allah returns that act of kindness to you in unexpected ways in your health, in your risk, in your relationships, and in your inner peace. And here's something even more beautiful. Your reward is not dependent on whether the bird eats or drinks from what you provide, even if it flies away or doesn't touch your offerings. The intention, niyyah, alone is enough for Allah to record it as an act of charity in your favor. In the unseen realm, sincerity outweighs outcome. When you intend to feed a pigeon, angels record that intention and open the doors of sustenance in your life, bi'idhnillah, with the permission of Allah. So the next time a pigeon visits your window, don't shoo it away. Instead, welcome it as a guest of the divine Lay out a small plate of seeds or a bowl of water and make a quiet dua for ease, for barakah, for healing, and for emotional relief. You may find that in honoring this gentle worshipper of Allah, you invite a stream of blessings into your life that you never expected. And perhaps even answers to the duas you've long been waiting for. The pigeon is not just a bird, it is a silent worshipper, a symbol of mercy and a carrier of divine light. May our homes be blessed to host such noble guests, and may our hearts remain soft enough to recognize their value. Now we come to the third creature in this sacred series, the cat, a being of grace, stillness, and silent barakah. You might not expect it, but this gentle animal, often seen lounging on a windowsill, stretching under the sun, or quietly brushing against your feet, can be a powerful sign of financial expansion, emotional healing, and acceptance of duas. According to the blessed teachings attributed to Hazrat Baba Farid Ganjshakar, Rahmah, عليه, a cat's sincere attachment to your home is not accidental. It is a sign that overflowing risk, divine sustenance, and new opportunities are on their way. The presence of a cat is not just a random act of nature. It is a spiritual whisper from the unseen world. Cats are sensitive creatures, drawn to calm energy, warmth, and spiritual stillness. They do not linger in places filled with chaos, hostility, or darkness. When a cat chooses your home, returns to it day after day, curls up at your doorstep, or sleeps in the corner of your courtyard, it is as though Allah is sending you a silent message of nearness and favor. Many people across the Muslim world have observed a mysterious pattern. Individuals who were struggling financially, barely able to afford 2 meals a day, suddenly experience a dramatic shift after beginning to feed stray cats, care for them, or simply allow them to rest undisturbed. In some cases, stagnant businesses begin to grow. People report finding new job opportunities, receiving unexpected financial help, or finally experiencing a sense of calm and inner peace that had long eluded them. This transformation may seem unbelievable to some, but in the language of the soul, it makes perfect sense. There is even a beautiful narration attributed to the Messenger of Allah, who is reported to have said, "I have not seen the duas of even the most pious worshippers being accepted as quickly as I have seen the duas of a cat." SubhanAllah. Just reflect on the depth of this statement. A cat who makes no sound in supplication, who does not raise its hands in prayer, yet whose silent longing is so pure, so sincere, that Allah responds without delay. This is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most sincere acts of devotion do not come from human voices but from the unspoken hearts of Allah's creation. So what should you do if a cat visits your home? Welcome it. Do not chase it away. Provide it with a space of safety. Offer it a small bowl of milk, some leftover meat, or even just clean fresh water. Your act may seem small, but in the eyes of Allah it is an act of mercy. And mercy begets mercy. And if a pregnant cat enters your home and gives birth, do not push her out. Let her kittens grow in peace. Let them stay until they are strong enough to leave on their own. Know that through this simple act of compassion, you may be unknowingly protecting your own family from future hardships, illness, or financial droughts. Feeding a cat is not charity, it is an opportunity, a door, a spiritual opening, and through that door can come waves of blessings, healing in your health, an end to sleepless nights, relief from persistent worries, reconciliation in broken relationships, and most notably, an increase in wealth and ease and sustenance. You may even find that your du'as begin to be accepted more quickly. Your mind becomes clearer, and your home feels lighter and more spiritually vibrant. This isn't superstition, this is spiritual reality. Throughout Islamic history, cats have been deeply respected. Even our beloved Prophet Muhammad showed immense gentleness to cats. One of the most famous stories involves his cat Mu'ezzah, who was so loved by the Prophet that he once cut his own sleeve off so as not to disturb her while she slept. This beautiful gesture tells us all we need to know about the Islamic view of compassion, not just for humans, but for all creatures. So remember, when you see a cat approach you or your home, see it not as a nuisance, but as a guest sent by Allah. A guest whose presence can unlock treasures you never knew were near. Through your kindness, you invite divine kindness. Through your care, you invite care from the heavens. And through your mercy, you become deserving of mercy. The cat may be silent, but its presence speaks loudly in the language of barakah. And if you listen closely, you might just hear your life whispering back, relief is coming, Before we move forward and reveal the fourth blessed animal that brings wealth, harmony, and barakah into your life, we must pause here and talk about a very important warning. Because just as Allah has placed signs of mercy in certain creatures, He has also warned us through the wisdom of saints and spiritual elders about certain negative influences. And among those there is one creature, or rather, a pair of birds that have long been associated with the arrival and redirection of calamities. The crow and the kite. Despite their high intelligence, sharp memory, and survival instincts, crows and kites have been categorized in spiritual circles as carriers of negativity, vessels of hardship, and harbingers of unseen misfortunes. Their physical traits reflect their energy: sharp, piercing eyes, harsh, unpleasant calls, dark feathers that blend with the shadowed skies, and a tendency to prey on weakness, death, and disorder. And while science may celebrate their intelligence, our spiritual heritage warns us not to let them become regular dwellers of our homes. According to the teachings attributed to Hazrati Baba Farid Ganjshakar, Rahmah, عليه, and supported by many wise elders across generations, crows and kites are not just birds. They are watchers of the unseen. It is believed that these creatures have been given a limited ability to perceive what is hidden from human eyes, especially when it comes to descending calamities, be it poverty, sickness, emotional turmoil, family breakdowns, or sudden financial losses. When Allah's qadr, decree, sends a trial from the heavens, the crow, perched silently on a rooftop, may see what you cannot. That's why sometimes, when a crow sits and lets out a sharp, repeated caw, it could be reacting to the spiritual shift around it. Interestingly, in some narrations, elders have explained that if a crow suddenly begins cawing loudly just before a guest arrives, it may actually be witnessing the departure of a calamity. Because guests are considered a form of divine mercy in Islam, they come with barakah, forgiveness, and multiplied sustenance. The arrival of a guest might push away the affliction. And the crow, seeing this, calls out in agitation. But what if the crow doesn't leave? What if it returns day after day, choosing your wall, your rooftop, or your gate as its resting place? This is where the spiritual danger begins. In many homes, food or leftover meat is placed out for birds, and in general, this is a noble and blessed act, especially when done with sincerity. But here's what we often overlook. When food is given regularly to crows or kites, these birds may begin to visit your home not for food, but because they've become a spiritual bridge, unknowingly transporting the burdens, afflictions, or spiritual chaos from one location to another. Especially in cities or areas where many people offer food on roadsides, rooftops, or windows, a crow may carry the residual energy of someone else's misfortune and unknowingly deposit it on your doorstep. Let's imagine this. A poor man gives food to a crow out of desperation. That food carries the vibrations of his sorrow, his illness, or his financial struggle. The crow eats it and flies, only to land on your home next. That sorrow, that burden, now enters the spiritual atmosphere of your space, not through evil, but through unawareness. And because you've made your home the bird's feeding station, it now sees your home as a safe landing spot. But along with it, it may also be bringing the weight of what it witnessed elsewhere. So what should you do? Don't panic, and don't harm the bird. Islam forbids cruelty to animals, even those that are disliked or carry negative energy. Do not throw stones. Do not scare it away aggressively. Do not curse it. These actions may make the bird fly off, but the affliction it carried may remain, lingering in the air around your home, silently affecting your sleep, your peace, your sustenance, or your family harmony. Instead, take a wiser, more spiritually aware approach. Begin placing food away from your home. Find a corner of a distant alley, an open, empty plot, a patch of land near a tree, or any space far from your roof, windows, or front wall. Place the food there regularly. This action will redirect the bird's attention, encouraging it to shift its location. Recite protective du'as for your home. Read Ayat al-Kursi after every prayer, and blow on your doors and windows. Read Surah al-Falaq and Surah al-Nas before sunset. These actions protect your home's spiritual shield. Make sincere dua to Allah that your home remains a place of mercy, not a resting place for hardship. Over time, you'll notice the crow's visits becoming less frequent. The heaviness around your home will begin to lift, and inshallah, you'll feel a lightness in your affairs, peace in your home, and blessings in your risk returning. Remember, the crow and the kite are not your enemies. They are creations of Allah, fulfilling their nature. But as a spiritual being, You have the choice to interact with them consciously and wisely, ensuring that their presence does not redirect the burdens of others into your own space. In this world, many things are beyond what the eye can see. The wisdom lies not in fearing everything, but in understanding the hidden messages behind what Allah places in your path. Lastly, we come to the fourth creature that brings unseen blessings, the black beetle, also known as kalakira. Though small and often unnoticed, these little bugs carry a big spiritual impact. They're harmless. Sometimes they may bite, but they're not poisonous. And more importantly, their presence is a sign of incoming risk. Baba Farid emphasized that seeing these creatures in your home should not make you fearful. Instead, it should fill you with hope. Never kill them. Don't crush them underfoot. Don't spray them with insecticide. If you must remove them, do so gently, without harm. Because killing them is believed to drive blessings away from the home. So, to summarize this powerful journey into spiritual insight, these are the four blessed creatures that, when connected to your home, may open the gates of wealth, peace, divine mercy, and unseen barakah. The sparrow, a gentle chirping sign of general barakah, emotional calm and rising prosperity. Its nest in your home is a message from above, sustenance is near. The pigeon, a symbol of purity and devotion, silently engaged in constant dhikr, carrying with it the blessings of spiritual light and expanded risk. The cat, a beloved companion that not only brings emotional warmth but is also tied to fast dua acceptance, tranquility and abundant provision. The black beetle, often ignored, yet spiritually profound, this tiny creature is a subtle sign of incoming sustenance, a quiet guest of divine favor sent to test your response. And then there is the crow or the kite, sharp, cunning, and spiritually dangerous. While intelligent, these birds are believed to carry burdens of hardship, and their frequent presence around your home could mean the redirection of someone else's calamity to your space. Do not harm them, but do not feed them near your home either. Redirect them with wisdom, and protect your household through awareness, mercy, and prayer. If this video helped open your heart to the hidden beauty of Allah's creation, and if it gave you a new appreciation for the divine signs that surround you every day, then let your gratitude be known. Comment below with SubhanAllah or MashaAllah to join a community of believers who recognize the depth of Islamic wisdom. If you found value in this message, don't keep it to yourself like this video. Share it with your family and friends and spread the barakah. And most importantly, subscribe to Islamic Essence, your home for deeply rooted Islamic content, reflections, and life-changing reminders. Make sure to tap the bell icon and select all notifications so you never miss another video that may open your heart to something beautiful. May your home be filled with light, your table with halal rizq, your heart with gratitude, and your life with the constant presence of divine mercy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.